Hello, Internet. I'm Phil.
And my name is Rudy Pena.
Oh, you're going for the long name.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only name I have.
So, we're back with Preview Review. Today we're going to talk about Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Yeah, we're really excited for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. First of all, I want to say, Phil, this is a wonderful establishment you have here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for having me on.
So, Rudy's a good friend of mine, long time, and he talks about movies over on his own channel. Do you have a name for that?
Rudy Jalapeno.
Rudy Jalapeno. And this is his first time being on the show. We hope to have him on in future installments, hopefully with a review for Rogue One. But, yeah.
So, yeah, it's a great chance to be here. I'm excited, and I'm excited about Rogue One. Mm-hmm. Are you excited about Rogue One?
Yeah. Can you tell?
I can see. K2SO, one of the robots from Rogue One. Mm-hmm. Phil has a limitless amount of Red Bull inside. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me if Rogue One is a direct sequel to Episode 7.
What?
Yeah.
But it's got a Death Star in it.
It does have a Death Star.
And the Stormtroopers, this is what the old Stormtroopers look like. This is what Force Awakens Stormtroopers look like.
Yeah.
People don't know.
Not everybody lives on planet Nerd like us, Phil. I'm sorry. So Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is not part of the trilogy, either trilogy.
The saga.
Saga, yeah. It's
the
not part of the
saga, or, yeah.
Skywalker saga. If you remember Force Awakens, it starred Daisy Ridley as...
Rey.
Exactly. This movie actually stars Felicity Jones. You may remember Felicity Jones from such movies as Theory of Everything. She actually got an Oscar nomination for that. She was wonderful in that, right along with Eddie Redmayne. But she actually stars as Jyn Erso. And this is a different type of heroine. This is not Rey from Star Wars 7, The Force Awakens. And this is not directly a sequel. This is a prequel to the original 3 films, yet it's a sequel.
It's something new they're trying.
To the first 3.
It's a side story, an anthology film. They've talked about if this one does well, they might do a Han Solo one. There's other films that they've thrown around that they might do kind of out of... to fill in that expanded universe, and so that Disney can keep making money off of Star Wars when they aren't putting out one of the mainline films.
Yeah, because everybody likes money.
Yes, yeah. And I'm excited about it because I feel like it's different than the normal films. It doesn't revolve around the Jedi and the Sith. We get to see through the eyes of soldiers and thieves and more down-to-earth, human-level characters, kind of what's going on in the Star Wars universe. Han Solo, kind of.
Yeah, it's essentially a war film.
Yeah. Or Seven Samurai, Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, that same type of thing. Now, in the movie, you do have a cast of characters. You have you have this guy named Donnie Yen. Now, some of you might remember him from the Ip Man series. He did great in that. And his name is...
Donnie Yen. Jarrett Imwe. He's a blind samurai type character.
Yes. You also have Forrest Whitaker of Forrest Whitaker fame. Pretty much just about anything.
Saw Gerrera is his character.
Yeah, he was in the Clone Wars television series, which is the animated television series. But that's kind of thick, deep nerdom. For the layman who's just jumping into Rogue One, what are they going to expect to see, Phil?
Well, a minute ago you told me that they don't even know which Star Wars movie it is.
There are some people that are not aware of which Star Wars movie it is. So, The New Hope, the 1977 Star Wars, the first movie that was entered into the series, it begins with the plans to the Death Star. But if you remember, during the opening crawl of the film, it mentions the rebels that took that stole the Death Star plans. Rogue One is the story of those rebels. So whenever you're watching the trailer, whenever you're seeing the movie, just remember that this is the precursor to Episode 4. This is laying the foundation for all the things that are going to happen in Episode 4. Now, I haven't seen the film, but from what
That's why this is a preview.
That's why it's a preview. Neither one of us have seen the film. We're super excited about it. From what I hear, this actually makes Episode 4 more enjoyable. And
how is that possible? It's Star Wars.
It's magic. It's magic. I'm really excited to not only see it, but I'm really excited to watch Episode 4 after that. So anyway, yeah, Rogue One takes place right before Episode 4, the original Star Wars. Now, if you remember, it's Episode 1, Episode 2, and Episode 3. Episode 2 being Attack of the Clones, 3 being Revenge of the Sith. Those are basically the story of Anakin Skywalker, who becomes Darth Vader. Now, again, those occurred in the past, and then you have the 3 episodes that occur later on. Rogue One is nestled in right after...
There's a roughly 20-year period between... Because if you think of how old Luke is, Luke is born at the very end of Episode 3, and he's a young adult when they find him in New Hope.
Yeah. So roughly about a 20-year period that happens, and this Rogue One takes place right before Episode 4. So I hope it's not too confusing, but that's kind of where we're at. You got the prequels, you got the original series, and then you have Rogue One nestled in right before Episode 4.
This has nothing to do with Force Awakens. It takes place many years before that.
Yes.
So there's rumors that Jen Erso is Rey's mom.
Don't think that's true. Don't think that's good. I hope that's not true.
Yeah. It's a bit of a stretch. I don't know. It would only make sense if they're making Luke the dad and they need a way to explain who the mom is. But.
Yeah, and even something like that, if they do make that decision, I feel like it makes the world a little bit smaller. Like, I don't need everybody to be related. I don't need, what's his name, to be related to Lando Calrissian. John Boyega from the new Force Awakens. Finn. Yeah, I don't need him to be related to Lando. So the question that we're asking ourselves, and you're probably asking yourself at home, what does this mean for the future of Star Wars? Mm-hmm. Phil?
Well, Star Wars is a little bit different now that Disney owns it. Originally, George Lucas was like, I'm done after Episode 3. There haven't really been any new films made up until Force Awakens, but as soon as Disney bought it, they were like, yeah, we want to figure out how to market this and make it a viable franchise for centuries to come. So this is part of their plan for that. Kind of like I said earlier, if this one's successful, there's a Han Solo's film that they're passing.
Han Solo's already in pre-production.
They're already got rolling on that. They've talked about maybe a Kenobi film or a Yoda or a Boba Fett. Just other things to flesh out the universe. Who knows? They may take characters from Force Awakens and spin those off. We may see where the First Order came from. Things like that they haven't really explained.
Knights of Ren. You may see stuff about that. Mm-hmm. Quick little side note. I did hear rumors that the reason that they're not doing a Ben Kenobi movie just yet is because he's going to appear in Episode 8.
Oh, as a Force Ghost.
Possibly a Force Ghost. Because he's long gone.
Ewan McGregor was in an interview and he said he couldn't talk about why Lucasfilm approached him, so...
Yeah, exactly. The universe is ever expanding. We have Episode 9 to look forward to, Episode 8 to look forward to.
And 9 someday.
I've heard that they would like to go to Episode 12. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they've got 25, 26 James Bond movies.
They've been going on how long now already? 30 years of Star Wars?
40 years, since 77.
Okay. So they've been going on about 40 years of Star Wars. There's no reason they couldn't go more. What do you think this will do for the common fan, though? Do you think they'll be able to keep up? Like, will this alienate people who aren't as tied in as we are?
You know, the average Star Wars fan who likes the movies but isn't super fanatic about it, I think Rogue One is going to jumpstart them and get them even more excited. It's honestly going to probably make them want to go back and rewatch the original ones. It's probably going to turn people into super fans. Mm-hmm. One of the nice things is for somebody who's never seen Star Wars at all, this is going to be really cool because this is going to be a different type of introduction. Mm-hmm. It's going to be an introduction into Episode 4. I do kind of envy somebody who can watch Star Wars from Rogue One, Episode 4, 5, 6, and have never seen, nobody, being somebody who doesn't know about the whole Darth Vader parentage of Luke and Leia, you know? Being able to watch...
Spoilers for Empire Strikes Back.
Movie came out in
1980.
Yeah.
80?
1980. So,
I thought you were good with math.
Yeah, so did I. But yeah, so it's really cool to be able to think that there's going to be some people that this is going to be their first introduction. I think for the super fan like us, I think this is a nice little sidestep. It's interesting. I don't know what I'm going to think about it as far as in, okay, this isn't going to give me more information about Force Awakens. This isn't going to tell me any more about Luke Skywalker.
Or who Emperor Snoke is.
Yeah, I still don't know who Emperor Snoke is.
Yeah.
Palpatine. No, not Palpatine. What's
Tarkin.
the other guy? No, what's the other guy? What's the guy
Boba
Palpatine
Fett.
was talking about?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. So yeah, I'm excited about Rogue One. Phil, what do you think?
I think it'll be interesting to see how this works. We were talking about how it might affect the future. For a long time, there was something called the Expanded Universe in Star Wars, made up of novels, comics, video games that kind of fleshed out the world that was not seen in the movies. That really only the hardcore fans clicked with that. A lot of the common people did not, and this will kind of be a middle ground, something easily accessible by anyone who can watch a movie.
And a lot of that was contradictory
Yeah,
too.
they've already thrown a lot of that out in order to make room for Force Awakens and let there still be mysteries in the universe.
Yeah, so from this point on, everything that comes out, whether it's video games, whether it's books, everything is quote-unquote canon now.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've just started reading Catalyst, which, ironically enough, takes place before Rogue One.
Book.
It's a book. I'm reading a book. Yeah, that takes place before Rogue
Does it
One.
have big words in it?
It's got great big words like Catalyst.
And
now,
Kyber crystal.
Well, that's actually 2 words. Now, the thing about it does talk about kyber crystals. What are kyber crystals?
So, lightsabers, that is the energy source that powers them. And typically they're from the planet Ilum. Part of a Jedi Knight's training is they go to this planet that's fully made of crystals, and they pull out their gems, which are typically blue and green. I think Mace Windu went somewhere special to get his purple one.
Well, that was Samuel L. Jackson. He gets what he wants.
Yeah.
He requested a special purple one.
So kyber crystals.
Kyber crystals. Whenever the Sith uses a kyber crystal for their lightsaber, it actually turns red because of the evil that it has to.
And that's a new thing they're adding. The original reason was because they made their crystals synthetically. They cheated,
It's true.
and that only made the red prism. They weren't able to replicate the blue or the green colors. But the new version explains how it becomes red, and I heard they're turning that into Rebels, that one of the characters is able to redeem a crystal
And it turns
change
white.
its color. Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever you redeem the crystal, bring it back to the light side, it actually turns white. So yeah, the book talks a lot about kyber crystals. I'm not too far in the book. I'm about chapter 3, which is literally just the beginning. Jyn Erso, the hero of Rogue One, is literally not born yet. So that's where I'm at in the book. So, but so far it's a really, really good read. It's already telling a lot of good nuggets that I'm looking forward to in Rogue One.
Another way it may affect the future of Star Wars is before George Lucas was very tight on what could be considered canon, what was produced in the movies. This is the first time we're really getting to see new people play with the sandbox. We got to see with J.J. Abrams and his team for Force Awakens, and now we're seeing, like you said, a war film, a totally different perspective. I mean, what if they did a samurai film or, I don't know, more of a Western type Star Wars movie? This opens the door for a lot of new genres.
I could see the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie being more of like a spaghetti Western.
Okay.
Now, Rogue One is directed by Gareth Edwards of Godzilla fame, 2014 Godzilla fame. And from what I hear, he's done a really, really good job. I don't think he's had any notes given to him from George Lucas, which I know Abram had a few notes. For Force Awakens, he had a few notes. They didn't take them.
They didn't take them.
Yeah. But he did give
That's
them
what
some
I
of his
heard,
ideas.
and Lucas was pretty upset that they didn't listen to him.
Yeah, all you need to do is watch Attack of the Clones, though, and you'll see why they didn't take him.
We're not bitter.
He's not a good director. So, in conclusion, Rogue One comes out in, 2 days?
Tomorrow. I've got tickets
Tomorrow.
to see it tomorrow.
So tomorrow.
Thursday tomorrow. Hopefully we can get this video up tonight or tomorrow. And if things go well, we're going to have Rudy call in. He's going to be on the road doing work. But Jeremy will be back. And the three of us will do kind of a round table about how we felt about the movie. And turn that into a few little segments for the channel. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're excited. Rogue One, Star Wars.
Thanks for being on, Rudy.
Don't touch me.
Is that how we went in?
It's not in my contract that you can touch me.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Do it again.
So thanks for being on, Rudy. Okay, now it's weird.
Now it's just awkward.
Okay.
Okay. So, thanks for having me on, Phil.
Are we still doing the bit? I'm confused.
We got to sign off, right?
Okay. So thanks for having
me on, Phil.
Of course, Rudy. Thanks for being on.
Of course. Always.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Shouldn't we, say our names or something?
Not to sign off.
You sure?
Is that how your movie talk friends sign off?
Yeah. Follow me at this. That's fine. We don't have to.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Rudy.
Hmm.
Where can they follow your channel? Or you?
Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all at Rudy Jalapeno. One word.
And I'll put up the text somewhere on the screen.
There we go.
It's the future. Yeah.
You can do fun.
Bye again.